sure everyone has their own opinions about the LGBT community, and gays, and I'm pretty sure you are whoever may be pro or against, and there may be valid reasons why. But I chose this because it's something I, wouldn't really be a part of or even, consider thinking about. But just a little bit of history about it. The community started with the watershed event. It was at a bar in Stonewall Inn, and basically that's just when they started the community. They were basically being mistreated, was fed up with, just being degraded and belittled, and that's when they started to become a community. They fought like police for, sporadically like 2 days. And here is just marches that began in the 1970s in LA, New York. And this is just some of the organizations that, further help just get equal rights and just equality for most of the people who are a part of the community. And you can see 75% of the LGBT students have no state laws against harassment, which often happens. This is another one, Gay and Lesbian Activist Alliance. It was founded in 1971. It's just another one across the world in Washington. Just of the same, basically pushing forward, just to make sure that people are feeling equal. And another one is the Gay and Lesbian Advocate Defenders, which is New England's kind of organization. To help basically do the same thing, but these are just one of the most profound and important organizations that actually I found to be very helping towards their journey in becoming this broad community. Before, I didn't know much about it. I didn't honestly really care about it. I thought people who were like they were confused or needed attention or experimenting, whatever they felt like they wanted to do, they did it. Going into it, I knew I'd be talking to some girls, like lesbians, and I thought they would be just, oh, I love girls, or always wearing rainbow colors and being defensive because nobody really wants, let them be who they are. And I thought to just, walk around protesting, saying, we are whatever, But I only thought this because I grew up in a Christian home, and Mom always said, God made Adam and Eve, woman should love a man should love a woman, and if not, you're condemned. And at a young age, I always thought this. So for me, I wanted to step out of the comfort zone and not be embarrassed about communicating with people like that. And then that's when I met a girl named LaShondra Gray. I was kind of skeptical. As you can see, she's dressed like a boy, but that's her preference. But at first, I kind of felt like she would try to, come on to me. I just had that mindset that I didn't want to be bothered with it. But she kind of told me that she felt inferior. When I was interviewing, she said she felt inferior to the people, to other people who didn't understand why she was doing, why she felt the way she did. And when looking at a study in an article, most heterosexual people feel that they're morally, behaviorally, and emotionally and socially superior to homosexuals. And it's actually not true because, look, when I got to know them, they were just as competent, just as intelligent, just as well, put together and had a lot of self-esteem. And I noticed that when heterosexuals have that, when looking at the research, when heterosexuals have that type of mentality, it causes for prejudice and discrimination. And I kind of noticed that when we were out to eat, we went to Old Charlie's, and LaShondra, she sat down, and another lady kind of got up like she didn't want to be around her. And I noticed it, but they seemed oblivious to it because, like, why would they even care, But just to me, I kind of felt embarrassed being around it, and I kind of had to step back and think, like, what kind of person am I to feel embarrassed about them when they're just being who they are? And it kind of helped me gain a respect for, them just being open about who they were. They made me feel comfortable in who I am, and I felt like love is love. So why, judge somebody based on who who they love? I feel like everybody should have a chance to basically have an equal right to people, like to heterosexuals. Like marriage is not. It's not actually a right, or, it's a right, but it's not a privilege, towards just specific people. So, yeah, it kind of changed. It made me open-minded to kind of, like, it kind of just made me open-minded and be more of myself. Like, I'm not afraid to actually associate myself with people, or, associate with them. because I felt like people would judge me of who I am. But I've actually become real good friends with them. We actually talk now, so I don't know. I'm proud that I actually went through it just for so long, being someone who never wanted to be bothered with somebody like that. But I can't say that now because I feel bad. But it's just because that's what I've learned to just be open about it. So I feel happy now because they're good friends. They're probably better than the friends I actually have now. So as you can see. But any questions? What's up?
Did you have any difficulties, like, while you were doing it, like,
Yes.
letting your guard down, or, like, letting...
Like, to be honest, when we went places, I walked 2 feet behind because I was like, I'm not gay. I'm just here observing for a project. That's how I felt, and I kind of felt bad because, like, they're people. They're us. Like, we breathe the same air. Seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know who I am. If you know who you are, you don't have a problem, being around somebody else who knows who they are. So if they know who they are, you should be comfortable and know who you are. Anybody?
Question.
Sure.
So you said you felt uncomfortable around them.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ask them if they felt uncomfortable around you?
No, I didn't ask them that, but they didn't, I don't think they didn't seem to care. Like, they even, kissed in front of me. It was me. I just realized it was me, like, when we're eating and they're, we're just touching, and I'm just like, I just want to eat and get it over with. I'll write this down later, but yeah, they didn't seem to really be bothered about me, because they love each other.